Trey, how you doing, Brody?
I'm doing quite well, man. How are you?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain. So far today's been a pretty good day. I'm happy I was able to get up, go to the gym. I feel like that's all I really did today.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good actually. I spent some time with my family, which was really cool. I went back home, saw my godmother, so that was fun.
Oh, really?
So my godmother, so my mom, so my dad. We really just chilled. Ain't really do nothing crazy. Went to this pizza restaurant called Cosimo's.
Really?
Yeah.
Pizza restaurant?
It's like an Italian. No. It's like an Italian restaurant. There we go. It's not a pizza restaurant.
Okay.
It's an
They just
Italian-
happen to sell pizza as well.
Yeah, they give you little. I kind of like it too because they're like little personal pizzas and shit.
Single
like that.
ones, like individual ones?
What do you mean single?
Not like individual slices, like whole pizza pies,
so like
but
a
just like
person.
small enough
Yeah,
for yourself.
exactly. Like a personal. Like if you order a pizza, you get a personal. It'll still look like a pie,
Yeah, just like a
but it's
small
just
cheese pizza
it's like a baby one type shit.
Understood. Okay.
But they got a lot of shit there. But I like it. It's not too bad. So I'm happy I was able to go there with her and chill with her. And that was really it. Yesterday I ain't really do. Actually, I did a lot of housework and shit around the house that I had to take care of. So that's what I did yesterday. How was your weekend, man?
Uneventful. I think I spent the weekend just reading, playing Hearts of Iron, and also playing Helldivers with the boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I really did that. I did find out some interesting news though.
Okay.
And I've been wanting to talk about this because I feel like as young men we kind of go through situations where we, at least the ones who like to, deal with women, and when you deal with women, children are a possibility. Now, I'm not sure if a lot of people out there watch this channel. I remember I used to watch them a lot when I was a younger man. Not that I'm an old man now, but
I understand.
but the Fresh and Fit podcast. I don't know which one's the fresh or the fit guy.
I think the dark nigga is fresh. Maybe I should. Damn, my fault. I'm still getting used to this.
So we have the fresh guy, I guess, allegedly, because this isn't actually all like foolproof and shit. But there's this Asian woman, I guess, who he got pregnant. She's a Korean model, a Korean like their version of
Like Miss America or something like that?
Yes, essentially.
Shawty Miss Korea.
Miss Korea, I think it is, yeah. But regardless, it brought up the thought in me, and I've heard from a lot of older men, whether or not you wear them, whether or not you should wear them. I'm kind of curious as to your thought process. Has it changed at all throughout your years?
In terms of what you just said, should you wear them or should you not wear them?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think everyone kind of knows like the right answer to that one. I feel like it's to wear them unless you actually want kids. I mean, like I feel like everyone knows that's what you should do. And frankly, I'm not going to encourage anyone not to wear them.
Yeah.
But what I will say is no one's. I'm not going to say no one's wearing them because that's a lie, but like a lot of people.
I think a
feel like
majority
at
aren't.
today's age. Yeah, they don't want to.
Majority aren't. And a lot of
they
people
just-
start without doing it at all. So
Yeah.
like, why start something that you ain't even need to start
Type
in the
shit.
first
And it
place?
don't even feel as good. So it's like, why am I?
Yeah.
Type shit.
I can't-
You already started without it. Now you're going to go back to something.
Yeah. But I guess why I would encourage anybody to do it. Who has
like
done
I
it,
said,
who
you
has
still-
done it and
you still
doesn't want to
should.
go back. I hear you because I feel the same way. But it's like, is it worth your livelihood, your possible? Like, how would you react if you were in his situation?
I mean,
Would you be worried? Would you be comfortable? Would you be okay?
if I was in his situation, I don't think I'd be as worried because I'm quite wealthy. I have a lot
Do you
of
got money? Yeah. Would you
So-
wife her up?
It depends on the type of girl she is. So like, yeah, she's like Miss America and she's like a supermodel, or Miss Korea and she's a supermodel. But like, what if she's like just a shitty human? You know what I'm saying? It's foul that I have a child with a shitty human, but
True.
I wouldn't necessarily wife her up. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm
So
saying?
just because, and then not just in this situation, if you were to get any woman pregnant, just because you got her pregnant doesn't mean you go wife her up.
Nah, I mean, I feel like that's my intentions, unless like accidents do happen, of course. Like, I feel like
And that's what I mean in this scenario. Say an accident takes place. Yeah, I wasn't planning that, of course, and anything like
yeah,
that.
I wouldn't necessarily just wife her.
Nah.
Because then also I still look at my wife to be a certain way. Now it's unfortunate that like she would have had, if I don't view you highly and now you're gonna be the mother of my kids regardless. That's a rough
It's
time
rough,
for
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
But like now, I'm not gonna now make you my wife and open up my home to you and all that just cause. Cause then now, especially if I don't like who you are or I think you're a shitty human, now I gotta live with you. I understand this is
You
what I
open
did.
yourself up to a lot of other problems.
I understood exactly. So I'd rather kind of just have us just be separate and just raise a kid. Not ideal, but I mean,
Okay. Now, in some audio recordings, I did hear him say this, and a lot of people are kind of getting on him because of it. Now, no matter where, I guess, what line that you land on with the whole like pro-choice, pro-abortion thing, I guess he asked her to get rid of it. She wants to keep it. Now, I guess my question, frankly, to both of us is where does a man's right to that kind of a conversation even come into play? Like, do we as men even have rights to say, yeah, you gotta get rid of it, or yeah, you gotta keep it? Like, I want you to keep my kid, don't get rid of it, and she wants to get rid of it, or vice versa.
I personally believe that the man can express his opinion, express what he believes and what he thinks about the situation, because it is also going to be his kid. But at the end of the day, like, you can't really do nothing because it's kind of up to her. You know what I'm saying? You can't force Shorty to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can give your opinion, and I think that's fine if a man voices like, "Hey, keep it or not or whatever." I still think just as people, you can have the. There's no problem with. I don't see a problem with a man voicing his opinion, but I think that's kind of just where it's. At the end of the day, she does what she wants.
It ends at your opinion.
Pretty much. Because if she disagrees in this case with Holmes, what is he gonna do? There's really nothing.
Do you think he should be held responsible for child support still?
I mean, yeah, that's his kid.
But he didn't even want the kid.
Yeah, he should have none of it. Be like, come on.
Simply put, yeah. Simply put,
shit.
yeah. I can't.
It's unfortunate, but you gotta kind of just you take everything we do has a consequence.
Yeah.
And in the moment, even if it's fun and pleasurable, there's still gonna be a consequence to your action.
It does show a double standard to it though.
Explain.
All right, hear me out. So if the female wanted to essentially go through that procedure and not have the kid,
Yeah.
you as the father have no right to say, I want you to keep my child because I want my child to be here. I want to be a father. So you can get a choice in whether or not you could be a father. That's taken away from you. If you want it to be, tough luck, you can't be. On the other side, say you don't want to be the father, but she wants to be the mother. Okay, but regardless, like, you can't back out of it now. You got to be a father. So you see how they get to choose whether or not they're parents. You don't.
I agree with
And
you.
I before you make your statement, I understand. As a man, you got to take your responsibility, and I'm not trying to talk you out of that.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to say there's a double standard here now that you kind of notice.
I do see the double standard. It's hard for me to argue, and I do agree with you. What I would say is, I think you got to chalk some of that up to just like biology.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. Like, we are designed to where the female gives birth.
Yeah.
And everyone has free will. Everyone can do what they want with their body. So even if what you're saying, at the end of the day, she, you know what I mean? She go with her. Even if she was like, hey, I want a child. Hey, I want a child. And you're like, yo, I'm never gonna, like, I'm not gonna nut in you. Like, no. Even though she's asking now, she can't get pregnant without you.
Of course, yeah. So if you don't do that, then you're not
Exactly.
gonna have this conversation.
I do understand the whole double standard thing, but me personally, I chalk a lot of that up to just like, yo, biology. Like, it's just
That's just the way it
it's
is.
just what it is. And like, kind of just gotta live with it in a way.
I also, kind of going off of that, I also just chalk it up to that's just the way society is.
That's just what it is,
It's
bro.
always
It's
been
like,
that
what
way.
can
And
you-
yeah, you can point out the differences and all that stuff, but nothing's gonna really change that. Both sides have double standards that like benefit them. Like, there's
both sides do have
certain there's certain things us men could do that women
Women can't do.
cannot be doing, or you could try to do, but it's gonna just have like a negative impact on you,
Exactly.
and vice versa. So like, you can make like a point about it, but like, it's only gonna go so far.
It's only gonna go so far, bro. You can make an argument, but it's only gonna go so far.
So let me ask you, what do you think about this new soft guy era thing that we kind of got going on for ourselves? Apparently, that's a new thing. That's a new fad. A lot of young men are doing this these days. Soft guy era. Girls got to pay 50% of whatever else that you got to pay for in the house. You know, they got to do their side of the work, and you're no longer you're essentially no longer carrying their burden.
I just found this out really a couple hours ago. This was just recently stumbled upon. I do think it's comical. I do think the videos I saw of the men, there's a little bit of satire in it.
Yeah, it's a reaction to what the ladies are doing.
Yeah.
It's like a parody.
Yeah. So I did find it funny, some of the points they were making. And I know we discussed this a little bit. I can kind of understand where they're coming from in a way. But yeah, I can't get behind it. No. I don't support it. Nah. Because crazy enough, last week we talked about masculinity.
Yeah.
The soft guy era is completely opposite of that.
True. Yeah.
It's literally men being feminine. In one of the videos, he was like, I want you to work and I'm going to be home cooking. I'm going to be home cleaning. Yeah, I'll have a meal for you when you get home. And it's like, that's the complete opposite. They literally switch roles.
It's kind of against your natures, man.
Yeah.
A little bit, I think.
I think it is.
Yeah. It's interesting. One of the ones I found funny was the example he brought up, where it's like he's out with his guy friends and he wants her to pick up the bill for all of them. So like, it's like apparently girls be doing the same thing. And I'm like, that's funny. I have to agree with you though, man. I think some of the points that they're making were real good. I think the whole going 50-50 with your girl, if that's really what you want, set your standards, cool, having her actually contribute to the family, this, that, and the other, going out and actually working and not just sitting at home, that's great. I think more on the extreme side, which is what I personally believe, some of these were just parodies, where they were like, I want to just sit at home and do nothing while you go out and work. I don't think those are good. So I wouldn't, if that's what they're kind of going for, I wouldn't agree with that. And I overall don't think men should be soft. I think we should be the stronger of the sexes. And
the marketing of it all is rough.
Yeah, like I can't bang with soft guy.
Yeah, for real, bro. Like I can understand where you guys are coming from. But the marketing is rough. the marketing is rough, bro. The marketing is rough.
Yeah, you're not getting a lot of conservatives with that one.
Nah, bro. Nah, not at all, bro. The market is rough. Do you think that's really gonna take over? Do you think that's gonna be?
I mean, I don't think it's going. The thing with I don't think men really do movements well. We kind of just do our own thing. So I think a lot of guys will see this, and it'll be more along the lines of, I'm gonna just have my standards, and that's really just gonna be about it. I think a lot of what you see with guys on social media, they might just be doing it for the views and such. I think a majority of men are probably just gonna see it and kind of keep their lives going. I think a majority of men are ignored by women anyway, so it's just kind of like, well, it means no difference to me. Y'all wasn't fucking with me before.
Yeah,
we're in the soft guy era, and y'all was still not fucking with me now. So what difference does it make?
It's like nothing changed.
Nothing changed. So I think a lot of guys are gonna go through that, and they're just like, all right, well, on to the next thing. I still got work tomorrow. I still got school tomorrow. Like I still got shit I gotta handle tomorrow. So it changes nothing.
So you don't think it would be on their mind at all?
Not really. Is it on your mind?
It's on.
If we were talking about this right now on the show, would you be thinking about this at all?
Nah, bro.
Yeah, all right. You see, this is from my point, bro. You were similar to other men. We just not think about shit like that, bro. We have other things to do.
Okay.
Soft guy era. I mean, listen.
I do think the videos we watched, they definitely work.
I think a lot of them are just satire and just a reaction to what the ladies have been doing.
They're for likes.
The soft girl era, soft wife era, whatever you want to call it.
A trad wife?
I think it is. I think it might have been
a trad wife.
Yeah. Which is kind of funny because nothing traditional about it is you posting it online.
Yeah, that's the major clapback. It's like, yeah, you're traditional, but like traditional women don't be posting videos.
Yeah, that's not what you.
And I saw this one. I don't know if it was a girl, but somebody saying like basically they just do too much. And I ain't gonna lie, like some of the videos I saw this one bitch trying to make like cereal from scratch, and I'm like, all right, that's just a lot of work.
You can just go to the store and grab cereal. Listen, as much as I shit on Instacart and like those food delivery services, there ain't nothing wrong with just going down there,
bro,
and grabbing a box of Kellogg's or something, and you're good.
That's it. That's it.
Making your own cereal.
The bitch was making it.
I could understand making cookies.
I can
I
understand
can
making
understand
bread.
making cake. I can
Yeah.
understand making bread.
Yeah.
Cereal?
Cereal's wild.
What do you-
It's like your wife make your own cereal for. Like this is a little dramatic. I ain't watched the whole shit, bro, but I watched the first little bit and she was
I'm assuming you didn't see the end, though. Like how it came out.
I wasn't committing. No, I wasn't committing.
Fair enough.
I didn't care that much, but I just thought like, wow, Shorty's kind of tripping with this whole cereal thing.
All right, fair enough. Word. So last question before the question of the day that we got here. Is this a bad overreaction? Texas has officially, I guess, banned adult websites.
It's official,
I guess so. Yeah.
so they can't.
I mean, you might
no
not be
adult
able
websites.
to. You might not be able to search it up in Texas anymore. Maybe you can do it through VPNs though.
Definitely VPNs.
Yeah.
People are gonna find a loophole. Come on now.
I think.
I kind of think it's a good thing.
I think it's a little too late though. It was legalized originally in, excuse me, 1957. It's been, I'm not gonna say more than is it more than 50 years? It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. I can't do that.
Yeah, since 1950, it's been a minute since 1957, man, and we've had a couple of generations of this kind of going on to where it's so easy to get. Everyone knows at this point. It's talked about everywhere. It's so easy to get your hands on. It's not very difficult to just say, yes, I am 18 and view to your pleasure. And it's just Texas. It's just one state. It's not like there's other states out there doing the same thing. Yeah. So maybe if this was a nationwide ban, that might have more of an effect. VPNs would go up even better than at that point.
The VPN companies would be charging.
They'd be making bank.
Facts.
They'd be making bank.
But I think after a while if this became nationwide, I think to a certain extent the government would try to figure out something with VPNs.
Yeah, they have to.
Because you can't make this whole nationwide thing and now all of a sudden everyone buys VPNs and they're still breaking the law. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'd find ways to get around it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, those major companies who like browsers and all them niggas would definitely like file lawsuits to get their shit back. Like they wouldn't want it like banned
because people are still using their stuff.
Yeah, they lose money because those people aren't going through the regular services. They're using the VPN, so they're kind of just like what's the word I'm looking for? Pirate. There it is. When you like pirate TV shows, they just pirate pornography.
Basically. Also, like I feel like in Texas too, like what are you gonna do with the dudes who like download that shit and have it saved?
Damn, yeah. There's still magazines too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, true, but I don't think niggas really be on magazines like that. I guess just
but niggas might have it like just saved.
Oh, just have like
a stack, just like a stash magazine,
Playboys type shit.
That used to be the thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know that's like not the thing anymore because everyone just has their phones.
I remember as a kid, I went into I was at I don't know. I was at somebody's house. I was at a home somewhere in New York City. I don't really remember. I was young, but I remember I went in the bathroom, and next to the bathroom there was like a stack of Playboys.
Damn, really?
It's like a little table.
I remember going down to back in middle school, so maybe about like 2011, 2010, maybe even 12. There was this dollar store actually right next to the Domino's that I used to live next to. They used to sell Playboy magazines. They used to sell Playboy magazines, and they used to sell like just like straight up like graphic magazines.
Damn.
But of course, like
you're a kid.
Yeah, so I wasn't gonna buy them. But I remember like walking in one day and like seeing the little stand with them up there, and I'm like, whoa.
I tell you, this is wild, bro. This is wild. As a child, bro, you're like, yo, what is? This is crazy.
Yeah, you are quite surprised. But because it's so easy to get, I don't think the ban really is gonna do much, in my personal opinion.
I think it's definitely gonna affect them a little bit, but I think the VPNs they're gonna get around it.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
And it's just all over the internet, and it's so accessible.
And you are correct. Also, people save.
Yeah, people save
their videos.
Also, like, what are you gonna do? Is it all adult websites? Is that including OnlyFans as well? Because technically, OnlyFans is known for the whole sexual thing, but like, technically, like, OnlyFans wasn't made for that. It was just like it's like another Patreon. Yeah. So like, people be cooking on.
It just so happens that that's what it ended up being used for.
Yeah, but that wasn't his main purpose. And I don't know if you remember this. At one time, they said that you couldn't do sex work. It only lasted for a very short time.
Like a week or something.
They started losing money crazy, and they're like, "Yo, chill.
Yeah. Come back.
Y'all okay.
We know our player base.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It's okay. But how is that going to work with OnlyFans? Because then at that point, niggas are just still gonna. It's the same thing because they're gonna go on that and they're just gonna pay. People are already paying, so it's like, oh, okay. So I think that's kind of where. But I think overall it's a good thing. I don't think porn really is a good thing for like us to just be like consuming and watching.
See, I don't disagree, so I'm not trying to argue against it, but I guess, and I'm thinking more on a mass scale. Imagine if they had done like a nationwide, and they worked that out with the VPN people where even they're not fucking with it, right? I believe the blowback from that, from both men and women who enjoy pornography, would be such a large outcry.
I don't think it would.
You don't think so? I think a lot of people would be fucked up.
I think a lot of people be upset, but it's like, yo, like, good, detox yourself. Or go out there and get some bitches, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, good, fix yourself.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice if that was actually what took place, but I don't think. I think you're giving us too much credit, bro. I think you are.
No. I'm not.
You're giving humans way too much. I think a lot of guys would rage. A lot of guys would be upset. A lot of men don't know how to talk to women, bro.
But what I'm saying
so they can react negatively to this.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that people that's strong. I'm not saying that people.
You never know.
I'm not saying that people won't be outraged. I'm not saying people won't be upset.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe there would be a little bit of a bigger outrage. Than
the stars would be protesting like they just lost their jobs.
They just lost their jobs. Or the OnlyFans models, whoop-de-whoop. But at the same time, like, this is reality now. It's unfortunate, but this is reality. So, like, I understand you're having a little temper tantrum, and fine. But, like, bro, you gotta, life goes on. So all the stars out there picketing, all right, cool. That's fine. You could be upset, but, like, you still gonna have to pay your bills, so find a job. Work at wherever. You got no choice. Oh, you're a guy? You don't know how to talk to girls? Well, now is the perfect time to now go practice. Why? Because you don't have a fix. So now it's like, yo, either you're gonna sit at home and do nothing, just not talk to females, just wank one off to nothing, just like imagination.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Yeah.
Or you actually like, okay, maybe let me use this as a positive thing. Maybe let me try to get females instead of just.
I don't know. I think female safety would kind of.
You think I don't want to say the word.
I think the unsafeness towards them would go up tremendously.
They'd be assaulted more.
Yeah. I don't think it's fair to them.
I think that'd be.
Because listen, man. I'm be honest. There's a lot of sick guys out there. There is. Yeah. Okay. Just as much as there's not, there's still a decent amount.
I just watched.
And the fact that they can't figure their shit out on their own, they're gonna take it out on somebody.
Yeah.
And. Kind of like how we've been seeing the ladies have been getting punched in New York City. Like you saw that whole headline and shit. Exactly. It could be worse. It could be. That's why I'm like, well, if it was a whole ban,
I still think
collectively,
I think
it's good. Don't get me wrong. I just think the blowback will be so bad.
I think long term,
kind of like prohibition.
Long term, I think it'll be good. Immediate, yeah, people are gonna be upset.
Nigga, cold turkey, bro. It'd be rough.
It'll be okay.
A lot of people.
You'll get over it, bro.
I mean, I know I'll get over it, but that don't mean Timmy will get over it, or James, or Jackson.
He will.
You don't know that,
bro. You got no choice.
There's always an option.
So, but then at that point,
there's always an option.
All right, you're right. But at that point, you have to just live with your option. You're given a choice. So you're right. I'm incorrect. You do have a choice. But what I'm trying to say is, I guess how I look at it, it's like, you do what you got to do. And if you choose not to, then nigga, that's you. This is on you now.
Are you going to arrest people if they try to go find it? Like, do you think the government should do that at that point? Because people would just, all right, cool, we can't search it up that way. But there'd still be collected content that has been happening over the years of social media. That would probably
be leaked and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, would you go after, or would you say the government should go after people who are distributing
I think
amongst themselves,
I mean, I
not on social media.
guess so. I guess what they the plug type shit.
Yeah, essentially.
I guess so.
Kind of
I
like,
guess
literally, kind of like
you're trapping.
not
You're
trapping.
trapping
Trapping
vids.
simply put, but kind of like prohibition, where like they travel
And
from Canada.
and prohibition, they get arrested.
Oh hell yeah, it was legal.
All right, well then I guess in this
They-
case
they
you would
cha-
also
they
get
changed
arrested.
that.
Nigga, this is prohibition again, damn near.
See, that's people will revolt. People will revolt.
That's fine.
It wouldn't work well.
I'm not, people probably will revolt. People will probably be angry, but
They might even start a civil war.
you gotta live with it. I don't think they start a civil war.
You don't think it started a civil war? Bro, sex drives countries. I think, in my personal opinion, it does. It drives
So
economies.
just because
it's the reason shit works.
people can't watch it, they're gonna start a civil war.
Because there's a lot of single people out there, man, and there's a lot of. And I'm
Okay,
not
so
saying
go
it-
find
I'm not saying
somebody.
for sure it is go start a civil war. I'm saying that civil war-esque shit that could take place because of.
I think so. I think a war is wild, bro. Civil war is wild, bro. Some
Niggas
Union
are fighting-
Confederate type shit. Nah, bro. I just don't see that happening, bro.
It was like, yo, poor right. Over here fighting for the degenerates.
Type shit. The degenerates.
That's funny, man.
Bro, I just don't see that magnitude. People be upset. Yes, there's a lot of single people. There's a lot of lonely people. Yes, and I know it's not as simple as just like going and finding someone. Of course, I understand that, especially as a young man today. But like, go out and try, go and do something. The problem is why are you single, or why 9 out of 10 is because you don't try. A lot of the men I feel like who are single is because they don't put forth effort. They don't try, or they will try until they hit a certain point and then they're just gonna give up. And it's like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna be done forever, which is stupid to me. I'm pretty sure I said that on like another podcast, which is stupid because we're so fucking young.
I understand where you're coming from. I do. And I think this is just kind of like where me and you.
We might just butt heads here.
No, not even just the whole butt heads thing. I think our youngness kind of comes into play as well. We're saying, oh, just go try. We're saying, okay, just go try.
Because we don't,
But like, I think at the end of the day, we'll come to find out, like, sometimes it's just not even worth that in the first place. I think we're very idealistic because I want to call us like young and naive in that sense, but we don't know what other men know. We haven't seen some of the shit other men have seen. So yeah, cool, go try, but maybe there's something that you're preventing yourself from that will harm you negatively.
You make a solid point. I still think though it comes down to what you want. And if you're complaining about you being single or you being lonely,
I don't even think they're complaining about that. They just want a nut, both men and women. And the fact that they can't do it themselves, they can't just rub one out like they used to, they're going to be upset. Like, yo, why the fuck am I forced to not go get a partner when I was perfectly fine using my left hand or some shit like that?
I mean, I guess if that's... you know why? Because it's very hard for me to like...
Yeah, because you're a different man.
Yeah, to conceptualize that. Yeah. That's why I think I'm also having a very hard time. Like, what do you mean, bro? What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? So, like, that's why I have the view I have. And you're right. Maybe because we're young men, we're viewing it a certain way. But I also do believe, being a young man, I know I don't know, but, like, how do I say this? I know a lot of men told us now because we're young, like, yeah, chill, don't chase women, don't chase women, don't chase women. But at the same time, if you even look at us now and then older men, even though they know, even with their experiences and they know what they know, they still go after women. So even if they have certain experiences where it might be negative, I think they still, on the majority, men still going to go for women. Why? Because that's what they're attracted to. That's what they want.
I can't disagree with that, but one thing I guess I will say before we kind of go into the topic of the day, or the question of the day, excuse me, is I believe that's changing. I don't think that's the wave anymore, man. Of course, I think in the past, yeah, the older men, they didn't go after the women, but I think now, the way things are, it's not going to be the case in the next 4 or 5 years.
Maybe if they banned it, it might force people. So maybe some guys would be like, all right.
Nah, I don't think. I think a civil war might happen.
Civil war's not going to happen. Civil war.
You'd be surprised, man. Civil wars start for stupid reasons sometimes.
I understand that, but I just don't see a civil war over this.
You don't think so?
That's wild. Riots, sure.
Listen, man,
Revolts, sure, I'll give you that.
There'd be a lot of angry
Protests, sure, a lot of
there'd be
angry people, sure, I'll give you
a lot
that.
of angry young men and women out there. A lot of them. A lot of them have guns.
I still don't. I don't see them.
All right. We'll go into that.
I just don't see a war. And so, okay, I understand you got blickies, but nigga, I don't see a war. I don't think they're gonna come start shooting, bro, over porn.
They're just gonna be like, yo, legalize that shit back. Just march on the White House.
Who are they shooting? At the White House?
Well, it's the government, so the military.
So what? They just gonna march outside? Okay, nigga, what? The Capitol was tackled. Did we still survive? We'd be all right.
That don't mean a war wouldn't be taking place.
I don't see a war, bro. I don't see a war.
You don't have the imagination.
Anywho, I have the imagination. I just don't see a war over something like this.
So therefore, you don't have the imagination.
Oh, I have the imagination, and I can understand where you're coming from.
Read your segment.
But at the same time,
read your segment.
There's not gonna be a war over this, bro.
This
guy, bro. See what I gotta deal with on a fucking daily basis. All right, so today's question of the day is: would you rather know someone's intentions or whether or not they are telling the truth?
Would I rather know someone's intentions or whether or not they're telling the truth? I'm gonna take the truth. After thinking about it, the intentions would actually be pretty good, just because like immediately someone comes up to me, I know what you're coming up.
Like you're
for.
trying to harm me, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Or you have good intentions, true. But being able to know if I guess someone's like being truthful to you is actually quite powerful in and of itself. You know, you can catch their intentions with that.
That is true. Because obviously, if they're lying to you, I guess
you're seeing what their true intentions are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Compared to telling the truth. You know, I'm gonna have to go with truth too. I'm just not a fan of. I think knowing the truth can be very powerful, especially when talking to someone.
Yeah.
Especially in certain conversations, whether it's to be honest, any conversation, but
yeah.
Especially like if you're in a business conversation and someone's trying to, you know what I'm saying? You suspect your girl is cheating on you or something like that. Now you know she lying or telling the truth, so you can figure that shit out. You know, if someone's. I do agree. I do think there's some intentions kind of intertwined with knowing the truth.
Yeah.
Because 9 out of 10, if someone's gonna like just lie to you and all that other stuff, 9 out of 10 they're probably gonna have some type of bad intentions.
True.
So yeah, I think I might have to pick the truth on that one.
Is there any way you would? I know you picked truth, but is there any way you would see yourself picking the other side?
Yeah, I would say so because I don't think the other side is bad either. I actually don't think you can go wrong with either one.
Yeah, I can understand both options.
But I think knowing people's intentions will be good. I mean, I guess you can't tell if they're lying or not. But if someone comes up and you know all of a sudden they have bad intentions, then like, okay, you know how to maneuver.
You kind of like got spidey senses, so you just get a feeling about them.
Type shit. On some tingly feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I like to know the truth more. The truth intrigues me more. And I do think we do live in a world where a lot of people lie. Some people actually might not have bad intentions towards you, but they'll still lie.
I will say this. You do open yourself up to a lot of hurt getting the truth.
Without
compared
a doubt.
to with the intentions.
Without a doubt.
Because with the intentions, you tend to more protect yourself already because you know what someone's intentions are first meeting them.
True.
So you can essentially eliminate all the bad intentions that are kind of coming your way ahead of time. Of course, you don't do that with the truth, but you get the truth, and the truth might hurt.
Damn, yeah, that's true. But at least now you know.
True.
You'll forever have closure in every single situation that you're in.
That is true. Yeah, because you'll always have the truth.
Because you'll always
know why.
So there's not exactly. You always know why. So you don't gotta necessarily sit at home and contemplate and be like, yo, why the fuck did this shit? You know exactly why. You know the truth. It might hurt, but at least you know.
At least So each story you kind of give yourself as a conclusion. Because a lot of people torment themselves over
because they're just in their mind.
They don't know why.
Exactly, and they're just in their mind making up a whole bunch of.
Yeah, because if you don't know if you essentially don't know the story yourself, your mind will fill in blanks.
Exactly.
You know.
So it's like, okay, it could be this, and I think, or it could be this, or it could be this, depending on how much of an overthinker you are, bro. You be thinking about that shit for weeks.
And depending on who you are, usually human beings, we kind of think the worst first.
Oh, without a doubt.
You know, it's always the worst thing. It's never the more positive thing. So, okay, I see your points. Do you want to do the closing advice?
Yes. You know, crazy enough, I felt like I had some really good closing advice for you guys. But I didn't write that shit down because I'm an ass.
Did it have to do with our conversation?
No,
currently?
actually, I thought about this like days ago.
Oh,
And I was
really?
like,
Maybe you should
yo,
have wrote it down.
I
bro.
should have wrote it down.
Yeah.
I should have wrote it down. So this is
the watered down version.
yeah, I guess it's rough. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't got any advice for y'all. I
It's
had advice, didn't write it down.
Yeah, it's tough. to do well,
So
just
I
say
guess
the casual stuff.
type shit. All right, I'm gonna be real
Be
generic.
positive.
Type shit. Be positive. Don't be a bitch. Go
Go to the gym.
Go to the gym. Also, like, let's say all of a sudden if like porn was like canceled and like no one, if you're a nigga, please don't be a bitch and revolt or try to start a war. Like, bro, like just go get some pussy. Like just try to change your life.
Listen, I'm not encouraging them to do it. I'm just simply saying that is a possibility. There's a possibility that by you doing that, both men and women would revolt and be like, you know what, we're standing up for this.
I can understand a
That's
little
all. That's
revolt.
the only argument I'm making.
That's fine.
it.
I don't see a war though. I can see a little revolt, sure.
I could see the revolt breaking into a war. Enough people getting
I don't
killed.
think it's gonna be that big. I don't think niggas. You think
never-
niggas
you-
gonna be killing?
You
Who they
never-
killing over
you
this,
never
bro?
know. If you march on the Capitol, bruh, and the government like, yo, back off, get away, and they're continuously marching on them. After a while, they gonna start shooting.
But who's the war's gonna be between now? The government and what the American people, bro? Like what?
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be more liberals fighting for this, actually, if I'm thinking about it, because like
Conservatives, I feel like would be fine. with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So at this
conservatives-
point, that's what I'm saying. Why are we like? This is a lot, bro. This is like a whole war.
maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. It's more out of fan fiction than anything else.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see a war. Riots, yes. They gonna vandalize something, yes.
Yeah, I guess listening to Tyler's advice, if I don't think that'll ever happen, but if by all means it does happen, don't start a war.
Don't start a war.
Don't start a war. All right. But try to stay positive, stay focused, do what you gotta do for yourselves, man. Take it day by day. You only live one life, and have fun.
Facts.
Generic advice.
Facts. It be like that though. Listen, man, it be like that. These podcasts, I ain't gonna lie, low key getting harder type shit. But we're here. Hey, but we're still here. Thank y'all for listening. We appreciate you guys rocking with us, being here with us. Thank you guys so much.
For real.
Check us out on Instagram. That's going to be NOA_podcast. You can find us on TikTok. That's NOA Podcast 1 and NOA Podcast 2. NOA Podcast is available on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for exclusive content such as The Wednesday Show. We also have other channels. We have NOA React for those into reactions. NOA Adventures is our vlog page, and we have NOA Podcast clips for those who might not be able to sit and watch the full thing. Yeah. So once again, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. Y'all take care.
Have a good one.